Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses, so don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
In the year 247, in the age of judges, Vartan was summoned home by a letter stating that his father had died under mysterious circumstances. Upon returning home, Vartan opened his mind that the possibility that his father's death and his hometown of Eterno was not everything that it appeared to be. Welcome to Ethereal Embrace. Not all servants of the many-faced god are tieflings, but all the death guides like myself are. I think it has something to do with our infernal bloodlines, or it's just because we look cool.
Day 4. Morning. Emery's Arcanist shop. There are notes around an incantation, footnotes, in Telmika's handwriting.
That bitch.
What is it? Anybody else?
Yeah, you flip through it, and there are a couple other excerpts with Telmika in there. There's some from Kyrian in there, and then the majority of the notes that are throughout the book, though, as you flip through, are actually in Susan's handwriting.
The mother.
Yeah, which I would know that.
Yep, you would recognize Susan's handwriting for sure.
Anything in there matching the summoning circle for Colin Zill, or that we think that are Colin Zill?
Roll an investigation for that, to specifically flip through the book and look for an extra planar summoning circle.
Nat 20.
Oh, shit. Way better than mine.
Roll it again.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay, still, nat 20. It's awesome. All right. Yeah, you do find one page toward the back of the book. The page itself, it's not the same symbol that is in the cave that you saw, but it talks about how to take a more elaborate symbol and be able to tie it with magic to be able to get to another plane, to be able to access another plane.
Anybody's notes in particular around that one?
Susan's.
Okay. What was Telmika's? What was that incantation that Telmika had her notes on earlier on in the book? Was that anything that stood out?
Her notes were more about where to find different elements of the spell for components, and there were like footnotes saying this component can be extracted from this plant, or these shavings from this stone can be found at this portion of the mountain. So they're more along the lines of where to find the components, not anything about alterations to the spell or tweaks or changes or attempts.
Okay. But she was gathering materials to make her own portal.
Yeah, or at least she put in the research as to where to find those components.
Yeah. Emery was there when you were born. She would know your mother.
Yeah.
And if she's saying that I'm the first person to borrow this book, then why are there notes from other people in it?
Memory wipe. So
Yeah.
we do know either she's really good at lying about her memory being wiped, or her memory is wiped and she doesn't have any memory of that.
But she remembers you being born.
Yeah, but it was all
Surely
fuzzy.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we could continue to drill information about people out of the town out of her, or we could move on and go. I mean, I don't know. We could move on and go to see Telmika or Cody or whatever y'all want to do.
I guess we could ask about Susan real quick and then I guess move on. So, how close were you and my mom?
Oh, sweetie, Susan and I were so close. We were the best of friends.
I imagine y'all did a lot of the same magic together.
Yeah, she was very, very apt in the arcane arts. I learned a lot of things from her.
Oh, so you learned from her. Did you happen to get the book from her?
Oh, yeah, she had the book first, I think. I think it came from her library.
Oh, her library. Okay. Do I know the library?
Oh, no, it's just your father's library.
Oh, okay.
There's a library in your house. That was the first room
Okay.
on the left when you walked in. That was Susan's library.
Okay.
That's where you found the Furbolg's Justice.
Mm-hmm. Do you know if she was doing anything with the sewer stuff or the runes around the town before she left?
No, your father and I, we put in the sewers after your mother's passing. It was something we worked on just recently. But I do think your mother did know about the runes. I think she's the one who found them in the caves back when.
Oh, did you ever go down there with her?
Oh, Lord, no. No, your mother was very secretive when it came to those things. Once she had it figured out, she wouldn't stop talking about it, but until she mastered something, she was locked tight, like a safe.
All right, well, I appreciate your help, Emery.
Yeah, is there anything else I can help you with, Vartan? It's so good to see ya.
You mind if we grab those 3 wizard fires you got? We've been helping down at the with the Zill. I actually took a couple of them out myself.
Oh.
Well, with my friends, of course, but...
Is that right now? Oh, yeah, so if you're gonna go down and you're gonna work with Brass Cane, then yeah, for sure, hon, you can have these.
All right, I'm gonna grab them and I'm gonna hold them out for the other 2. Be like, huh?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll take one.
Are you feeling all right, hon?
Oh yeah, never been better. Maybe a little hungry.
All right. I think I got an apple here. You want it?
Oh yeah, sure.
She grabs an apple and hands it to you. All right, sweetie, you take care of yourself now, okay?
All right, thank you. You too.
Susan's alive. She's in town somewhere.
Yep, she's totally alive. Kyrian is still alive. Oh, Emery, can you know that digging spell that you did for the sewers?
Yeah, what about it?
You don't happen to have just a scroll or something where I could cast it, do you?
Oh, man. Let me think. It's gonna be in one of my books. It's probably in my big book, to be honest. I can cast it so easily now. You know, I've been doing it over and over and over. But I can try and dig it out of the book if you want to take a peek-see.
Yeah, as long as I could take it somewhere else and use it.
Oh, sweetie, I'm sorry, but this is kind of like my book. I kind of need to hang on to this one.
No, I'm talking about, like, can you put it on a parchment and I can use it, just a one-use kind of thing?
Oh, yeah, I could probably draw something up. It's going to take me a little while, though.
All right.
When do you need it by?
How fast can you do it?
Ooh, working on these.
I'll pay you.
Working on that. Oh, I could probably have it done by dinner.
Okay, that works.
Baya takes the map of the sewers out of her bag. Obviously, Emery worked on the north part that isn't on the map. So maybe she could help fill in the rest of the map if there's any other places missing for the sewers.
Good idea.
Yeah.
And she shows it.
And I'll pay you up front for that scroll, too. Or the...
So, so you want to ask her to fill in the rest of the map?
Yeah, I'm going to show her the map. I would have drawn in the north part of the cave system, the sewer system, and ask her if there were any other parts that she knew of that she made that aren't on this map.
Yeah, she takes a piece of charcoal out, something that can, easily be marked over the lines of the map already, and marks out the rest of the tunnels around the city and fills it out. But there aren't any new access points. The access points that were on your map are still the access points.
Okay.
It's just an updated path of all the tunnels that she put together.
So is this just an older map?
Yeah, this is the older one. This is probably something, wasn't updated. You know how these things go.
Yeah, sure.
You do notice that the southern paths and the eastern paths that go out of the city take it all the way out to where she marked that circle around the town, too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So they all are access points to the bigger circle.
Yeah. Oh, and seeing that you guys did want to know about it before, that path that you guys didn't take last night is one that leads straight back into town and runs under both the temple and the Last Stop Tavern.
And did the tavern have a spot where it went down?
No, it didn't.
Okay, just the temple did.
But the storehouse does. And
Oh yeah, storehouse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Temple, storehouse, then a couple empty houses.
Did she say that she stopped working on the sewage system? It was completed before Kyrian died?
I don't know if I did say it, but she stopped working on it when Kyrian died.
Okay.
All right. So how much for the spell?
Oh, sweetie, I'll work on it. Don't you worry about it, all right? We'll just say it's my gift to you for coming back home.
All right. I appreciate it.
Yeah, she'll finish up the potion that she's working on right now just to finish it, and then she'll get to work on that scroll.
Okay.
Telmika seems really suspect.
Yeah.
She was looking up information on teleportation circles. She has access to the barrier spell under the town through the sewer access in the temple. She bought some of the powder.
As Baya leaves, she puts both of her hands on Emery's shoulders and says, "Kisses, thank you." And she kisses one side of each cheek.
Mwah, mwah. It's so good to have you home.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you.
All right, and you guys walk out?
Yeah. And then we can kind of discuss where we're going next.
Yeah. I guess to the temple. I'm also going to point out now, I know Bastille was helping us, but maybe that was to get on our good side. I'm not sure I trust Brass or Bastille after the message went out. And if Telmika had made the maybe made a portal that goes from the temple, Bastille has access to that too.
Yeah, but he might not know it exists.
He seems to stick his nose in a lot of places, though.
Well, if she put her end of the portal in her bedroom, I think that would be a good place to hide it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would just go poking around in her room.
Yeah.
So I trust Bastille. I don't think he's in on it. I don't think he has anything more to do with it than what we know of.
Yeah.
But Telmika seems suspect right now.
Well, I trust Telmika, and I don't trust Bastille.
Man, this is...
Well, one of us is going to get to say, "Told you so."
I have to say, I don't trust either one of them, so I'm torn between which one to trust. I mean, those religious types, I'm not too fond of them.
I'm a religious type.
Yeah, but I don't know. You haven't tried to push it on me.
Well, the many-faced God will come for everybody. I don't have to push it. Well, everyone except the people that live here, apparently.
Yeah.
So you guys are walking
Towards the temple.
Yeah.
towards the temple?
Yeah, is that what we decide? Go there next?
Yeah.
Eating your apple?
Yep. I'll split it in half, break it in half again, be like, yeah, y'all want a piece?
I'm
Yeah,
good.
I'll take a piece.
I'm good, thank you.
All right.
So yeah, you guys, the streets are starting to have more people out and about and doing some things. You can hear some of the guards in the courtyard doing some practicing. You do have the 3 wizard fire bombs on your persons now, and each one of those does 2d6 plus 3 fire damage, and it's just a thrown weapon or a thrown item.
Yeah, I like how I talked us into getting those.
So you guys do anything on the way, or just straight to the temple, walking on in?
Our other option is to stop at the tavern, have breakfast, and talk to Cody. Or we can go there after we talk to Telmika.
Do we have any gold for that?
For food?
Yeah, didn't you spend your last 15 gold?
Oh, no, I have plenty of gold.
Oh, okay.
I think it's only like 5 gold.
Yeah, food hasn't been costing a whole lot. Even though we get one of everything.
Up to y'all. If we want to just go straight and confront Telmika, or if we want to scope out Cody, because I know that we were worried about him before, because he was one of the 4 people we were questioning that would have known that Brass Cane was in the cave all night or all day with us.
Mm-hmm. But we do have Brass Cane tailing Cody and
Magno.
And Magno.
But if Brass Cane's in on it,
well, then we can give some time for that to
play out.
that to show itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so temple first.
Temple.
Be like, I got a snack. I'm good for now.
All right, head to the temple.
So as you make your way toward the temple, you see Bastille with a handful of books in hand running down the main street in your direction. And he sees you as when I say running, it's like what you'd imagine a bookworm with a giant stack of books trying to run down a busy road running, right? So he's like watching the ground, trying not to trip, but can't really see over the books. And he barely glances up in time to see Vartan, giant furbog. And he shouts, "Oh, Vartan! Just the person I wanted to see. Do you have a moment? Vartan,
Yeah.
do you have a moment?"
Yes, yeah, we have a moment.
He kind of stumbles for a second while he's looking at you talking and drops a handful of the books and then stops and kneels down on the ground to start picking up the books and stacking them back into a stack just as you walk up on him, finishing the last bite of your apple. "Vartan, I found it. I found the thing that you were asking me about with the Maurezhi." He whispers it so the people in the street can't hear.
Oh, yeah?
"Yes. Come here. Off to the side of the road with me, and let me show you what I found." He motions to the side away from the general public. Still outside, maybe 10 steps from where he spilled the books.
Okay.
He sets the rest of the books down on the ground and pulls one out. "I found in here an ancient message. It's a poem that talks about the Maurezhi. The poem is a little weird to read, but some of these things just work that way. If you know what you're looking for, you can still find the information that you want. Well, I found in here where it talks about how the Maurezhi is one of the creators of the ghouls. So there are different demons from the underrealm that when they come up and they are free in our realm, they can plague villages. And these are in the ancient tales, obviously, children's stories, ghost stories, but many times I find a hint of truth in them. Anyways, the book talks here in this poem about how the Maurezhi can be told to come up here and command its own pack of demons or evil creatures. That would make sense for what the Zill was telling you, or the chasms. I'm sorry, I can't recall what you said before, but it makes sense for them to be giving orders to these underling creatures. It's also said that when a Maurezhi feeds on an individual, that the Maurezhi can assume the appearance of that individual. And it can stay in that form for no more than a 10-day, but typically much less, and must continue to feed on that individual to keep that form. But during that 10-day, it eventually starts to decay, and the body looks more like a ghoul, if you will. Back to the normal Maurezhi shape and form. It also says that eventually the person that the Maurezhi is feeding on turns into a ghoul. And they send that ghoul out and they create havoc throughout the towns. And he shows you a picture of the Maurezhi, and it's a blurry, like chalked up picture in a book, so it's, just shaded and, really dark. It's not very descriptive at all, but kind of looks like a tall goblin with long clawed hands instead of goblin fingers. Mm-hmm. And but very humanoid looking, with the exception of the face. The face looks like the face of an elf if it was beat with a undead stick. So this is pretty much all I could find on it, but I did want to bring it to your attention. I told you that I would.
Yeah. Now the Maurezhi pretending to be somebody, is there any kind of tics or any signs that would give them away?
Well, according to this, you look for the person who begins to rot while they are walking around the town. Their skin sloughing off. Have you seen anyone like that? Just falling to bits?
Can't say I have.
Have you?
No, I haven't, but I barely look up from my books. We all know that now.
Well, anything about Telmika, maybe.
Telmika?
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't imagine her to be a powerful undead demon. She barely remembers to eat breakfast in the morning.
So I'm guessing they put off a kind of smell, right?
Well, and there's nothing in the poem that says anything about a smell, but I guess that would make sense that there would be one. I mean, a rotting ghoul would smell pretty poorly.
The person that's getting fed on, does it say anything about them? Obviously, they end up turning into a ghoul, but would they know they're being fed on?
Well, according to the poem, the bite of a Maurezhi can drain its victim's sense of self. If this affliction goes on for long enough, that can turn them into the ghoul. I don't know how much that relates to their soul, to their total sense of awareness. For example, if you're missing a chunk out of your leg, losing a little sense of self would probably still tell you that it hurts to walk on that leg, would it not?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Thank you for this information, Bastille. I'm sorry that I ever questioned you or doubted you. You're lovely and wonderful, and Baya gives him a hug.
Oh
And
my. Thank you for the hug, but you doubted me? I told you from the get-go that something was fishy around here. Huh. I'll hug you back. Come here.
You know, you're new to town, so you always got to keep a keen eye out. I'm sure you understand.
Ah, yes. With all the strangeness, the new person in town is probably ideally the one I would blame as well. But look at my legs, and he pulls up his pant leg to show his skinny leg, and he says, "No bites missing out of me today."
Oh, he's adorable. You're adorable. You're adorable. Okay.
Have you seen Brass Cane? I want to share this information with him as well.
Have not.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess I'll head on down to the barracks then.
Be safe. Now that we know
You
that.
as well.
All right, and don't share this information with others just yet. We asked Brass Cane not to tell anyone about the portal, and he did.
Oh my.
Yeah, just use sense. You have plenty of that, right?
Well, yes. Is there anyone that... I mean, I feel like telling either Greystone or Brass Cane about this looming threat to their town is probably going to be helpful. Keeping it secret from them might incriminate me, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, well then.
Just give me until after dinner.
Okay, well, I guess I can take my time getting down there. Maybe I'll make a stop down at the bakery and see what kind of breads they're working on.
Sounds good. I'm gonna be around around Emery's a little after dinner. If you want to meet up there, I can tell you what I find, and we can discuss what we need to do.
Very good. Sounds like a plan to me. I'll see you at Emery's right after dinner.
I hope that's okay with you two.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's great. The less people that know about this
I'm
right
a
now, the better.
I'm gonna flip him a gold and be like, here, this will help you get some nice bread.
He
Or whatever.
drops 3 books while trying to catch the piece of gold you just flipped to him.
Baya goes, "Oh goodness, Vartan," and helps Bastille pick up the books.
Thank you. Are you all right, Vartan?
Yeah, I had a snack, but I'm still kind of hungry.
Bread on the mind, I see. I'll make sure to get some food in that belly of yours. I can hear it rumbling from over here.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he turns around to scurry off. Thank you for listening to this episode of Ethereal Embrace, an A Fool's Quest production. Vartan the Furbog Fighter is voiced and played by Adam Culbertson. Baya Rustin, the half-elf sorcerer, is voiced and played by Tisha. Ovyck, the Tiefling Cleric, is voiced and played by Chris Johnson. And I am Nico, your GM. Please remember to drop us a 5-star rating and review on your favorite podcatcher. Music provided in part by Midnight Syndicate, makers of the original Dungeons & Dragons soundtrack. If you would like to follow us on social media or say hello to the cast, details on where to find us will be in this episode's notes. Remember, be safe, we love you all, and stay foolish.